Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and welcome back to another video. And as you guys can see, things are a little bit different. I've got my headphones on, I've got the face cam on, I've got the microphone right in front of me, and that means we're going to be doing a little bit of an interview. And today we are going to be talking to Tipster, who recently had a little bit of a controversy with his MCN, Screenwave Media, as well as an online troll named Meme Troll. Yeah, that's the guy's actual name. It's pretty irrelevant in my opinion, because the guy is literally, in my opinion, a sociopath. Shane Dawson, if you want to meet a literal sociopath, go talk to Meme Troll, because Jake Paul, he's nothing compared to this guy. But today we're going to be talking to Tipster. We're going to be talking about what all is going on, and we're going to kind of show you guys some evidence that has been basically happening over the past couple of days. We're going to be showing you the emails, the takedown claims, the disconnection from the MCN, everything that Tipster has given me to show you guys. I have his full permission, and we're going to get right into it. Let's head on over to the actual interview with Tipster and myself. Alrighty everyone, so on the line I have Tipster, and you guys may know about the whole situation that's going on right now with him and Screenwave Media, but there's a lot more to it than that. So Tipster, why don't you go ahead and explain to us, where did this all begin?
I guess the best place to start was with me covering the Twin Galaxy stuff. For those of you guys who don't know me, I kind of do gaming news commentary on my channel. And one of the topics I was really covering lately is a lot of the Twin Galaxies cheating scandals. And one in particular was centered around a gamer known as Triforce. And through the coverage of that particular story, I met my little friend, Meme Troll, who's kind of been a pain in my side throughout the course of this whole thing. And yeah, he's kind of been a pain in the ass ever since I met him.
Right, exactly. And basically the whole time I've been following this nonstop, because the thing is whenever I first heard about Twin Galaxies was back during the King of Kong, where everyone heard about it who was a millennial like me.
Right.
But the thing is that this guy was basically trying to get information out of you. He was trying to find out something because he wanted to get YouTube famous. He wanted this information for himself and was trying to do some sort of partnership, but it didn't seem like what it was, right?
Well, essentially, like, he reached out to me because, like I said, we were both covering Triforce at the time, the whole dispute things, and there were a couple of things that were being pushed against Triforce. One thing is that he cheated on some game, and people were presenting evidence against the score. And the other thing was that he potentially bribed referees.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah. So in the case of that, like, I evaluated the stuff regarding the cheating. I didn't really see anything there. There was no like really good evidence there, but there was good evidence to kind of back the bribing claims. So when it came to my
Oh,
coverage of that, I went with the bribing angle. That's what I was covering on my
okay.
channel. Yeah.
So mainly my question is, why does this guy have such a hate boner for you? Like, we've seen this on Twitter, we've seen it on YouTube, we've seen it, hell, even on like Twitch at times. Why is this guy have such hatred for you?
I'm going to try to sum it up as best as possible because this is a long, drawn out saga. But essentially, like I said, we were both covering the Triforce thing. And he was covering it from the whole cheating angle. I was covering the bribing thing. And he wanted me to kind of signal boost his coverage, and he wanted me to do an interview with him, both of which I refused to do because I was like, hey, you did a really good video. It's really entertaining to watch, but I don't think the evidence is compelling enough to say that Triforce cheated. I am more interested in the bribing thing because there's more evidence to back those claims. So he wanted me to promote his stuff, and he wanted me to give him an interview based on his video, and I refused to do that. So that was kind of the first thing he got like really upset about, is that I
Mm-hmm.
refused to basically give him the attention that he wanted.
Right. Well, it sounds like
Yeah.
you wanted to do your due diligence and make sure you weren't spreading any misinformation or anything that wasn't 100% factual. You know, you don't want to
Yeah.
cause any trouble where there is none, right?
Yeah, and exactly, like, I've always kind of been that way. Like, I like to cover things factually, and sure, I probably could have covered the cheating aspect more and got
Yeah.
a shit ton of views off of it, but I prioritize my ethics in reporting over just getting views and subs and stuff like that. Yes,
Right.
that stuff's nice, but I would rather earn those things based on, you know, the credibility of my reporting rather than just reporting something that's popular.
Right. So let's
Yeah.
get to actually this week. This week is where everything came to a head and everything just went to hell and back. Because this guy basically caused you to lose your partnership with your MCN, Screenwave Media. So
Yes, that
why
is
don't you
correct.
explain that just a little bit? And I've got screenshots that you've sent me, and I've seen in your videos myself. I will be putting them up on the screen as we're talking about this.
Okay, so and I'll give a little bit of backstory leading up to it, but I'll summarize it a bit because, like I said, it's a long saga.
Take your time,
Long
brother.
story. Okay, long story short. Essentially, this guy was so dead set on proving that what he covered in his videos was legitimate that he decided to get way too involved in the story. Anytime you're reporting on a story, you know, you do your investigation, maybe do some interviews along the way or whatever, but essentially you're an outside observer. You never get yourself involved in the story. And he made the mistake of doing that. So much so that I uncovered a Discord server full of people that were competitive gamers in the Twin Galaxy scene, some of them Twin Galaxy staff members, and unfortunately, also our friend Meme Troll was a part
Right.
of this Discord. So during my reporting, I exposed this Discord server, and unfortunately, because he was a part of it, he got exposed too. He didn't like that, so he started issuing false flags on my channel. Naturally, I had an MCN through Screenwave Media, so I went to them for assistance with this, and they were helping me with it. In fact, they did resolve a lot of the problems I had in relation to this. Meme Troll didn't like that. He had tried multiple attempts to get my videos taken down because he didn't like being exposed. He had tried multiple attempts to contact my MCN and get them to force me to take them down. He
Right.
even sent me a cease and desist letter that he wrote himself, and he sent it to my MCN as well.
Yeah. We'll get in
Um,
that in a minute.
yeah. But where it really came to a head is on Thursday, October 4th, I was dropped from my network without warning. And after, you know, I kind of calmed down from the whole situation because it kind of drove me into a panic attack. I reached out to my partner support, my manager, and he told me, dude, we had to let you go because Meme Troll threatened to come to our offices and people were scared.
Right. And whenever I
So,
saw that original video of you saying that, the look on your face is like, what the fuck did you do? What did you say to them? What were you going to do? But there's
yeah,
more
exactly.
context to that than your manager let you know. Because it wasn't
Right.
like a threat like I'm going to come and do this or do this or do this. It was kind of blanket, empty threats.
Yeah, and exactly. That was my thought process is like, if they're willing to let me go over this, he must have threatened to do something really fucking terrible. And
Right.
because of that, because that was my thought process, I wasn't angry with them for dropping me. My only thing that I was upset about was that they didn't notify me first. I found out through YouTube and I had to ask them before they actually told me what happened. But like I said, when I found out, like my thought process was if they had told me, I would have told them just to let me go if they thought, this was, being associated with me was a safety risk for them.
Yeah.
Because my mind's racing. Like, did he threaten to shoot up the place? Did he threaten to SWAT him? Or like,
Right.
I don't know. But I don't want to get somebody's safety, kind of in trouble or
Well,
whatever, or in
after
danger.
what's happened at the YouTube offices, what was it, earlier this year or last year? And
Yeah.
with all the swattings and everything else, I've covered stories about swattings, like the incident that happened with a Call of Duty game and some innocent guy got shot.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And
covered that, and you don't want that blood to be on your hands. You don't want that to be on you. The reason why this happened, that innocent people got hurt. So yeah, you were just like, okay, I don't want to cause this. So yeah, drop me if you have to. But
yeah,
let's talk about
exactly.
that email. Let's talk about that. That's the big thing.
Yes. So I acquired a copy of the email he sent them because he threatened them through email. The way I acquired it is an anonymous source who was in his Discord server, just kind of hung out in his Discord server, I guess. They said that he was gloating about getting me kicked from my network. And he posted the email in the Discord that he used to get me kicked. This person saw that and they were like, whoa, like, I get it. You want to talk shit about the guy. Don't really agree with the false flags, but it is what it is. It's whatever. But going as far as to threaten people in order to get him kicked, like, that's too far for me. And so what they did was they made a copy of the screenshot and they sent it to me. And that's how I acquired it. But if you look at this email, if you know anything about this situation, which tells me that my MCN wasn't really following the situation, which, to be fair, I don't expect my MCN to watch my videos. I really don't.
Right, exactly. They have millions of people.
Yeah, exactly. But had they followed the videos, they would know that I discussed multiple times that he lies about having a legal team and everything, because he's told someone that I'm closely affiliated with in the past in direct messages he can't afford a lawyer. He thought he was going to get sued by Triforce at one point, and he was freaking out, and he was telling this person, I hope he doesn't really sue me because I can't afford a lawyer. So we know he doesn't have a lawyer. He just kind of says that shit to scare people.
Essentially it's an empty threat.
Exactly. So he threatened to come to their offices with his legal team, and that's why they dropped me. Now, in all fairness, they say it was because their staff was scared that maybe he would do more than that.
Right.
And to be fair to them, maybe they really were scared. I'm not going to call into question whether or not that's true. But I look at that email and I'm just like, that's why we got dropped. Like, why didn't you guys just call the police if you were scared? Or why didn't you guys get your legal team involved instead of you're just going to drop me because without warning? That's the big thing. Without warning, you're just going to drop me because this guy threatened to come down with his legal team? Like, what?
It's not even just that. It's the fact, if you look at the timestamps of when this happened, of when he contacted them, when you got disconnected from your MCN, and then whenever they reached out to you, it took place all within less than an hour.
Yeah, not even that. It was like he sent the email. About half an hour later, I was dropped. Within a few minutes after I was dropped, they let him know I was dropped. And I didn't find out officially. I got the email from YouTube that the network was unlinked from my channel, but I didn't find out officially until a decent amount of time later, and it was only because I asked. I'm 100% convinced that if I never reached out to them, they would have never said anything to me.
Right, exactly. They wouldn't have said anything until you reached out. But one thing about that email I noticed, and I didn't see you cover it in your video, but I just noticed this. He responded to them. After they told him, do not contact us, he says, all right, assholes, middle finger emoji, go make a better meme game next time. What the hell?
Yeah, because he has Screenwave Media, they make games too. And one of the games they made is some meme game. I forget what it's called. And so he was referring to their meme game, to basically implying it was shit.
If he replied with that kind of response, that whole like middle finger emoji, that I would have just kept you out of spite. I would say, okay, motherfucker, we're going to keep him just to piss you off.
Yeah, this is the kind of guy that they submitted to.
Yeah, and it sets a precedent.
I can guarantee you 100% based on what happened after I was dropped that he had no intention of going to the office. He was shooting in the dark. Basically, what he was doing was, I'm going to threaten to come down there and just cross my fingers and hope they drop him.
Right.
And then when they agreed to drop me, he submitted 3 more disputes against my channel.
Which you can all see them right here.
Yeah. Why do you think he would do that?
Because I want to know what he has some sort of hate boner for you. He wants to destroy you. It's like a lot of these YouTubers that, are sociopaths that people claim they are. They'll act all, oh, I just want him to shut up about me, but no, they want to destroy you. They want to take you off the platform. They want to silence you.
And that's true. He does have this hate boner for me or whatever, but more specifically, I guess the way I can reword the question is, how many strikes does it take to lose your channel?
3. Exactly.
How many disputes did he submit against my channel?
Exactly 3.
So as soon as the guard was down, the network was gone, they couldn't protect me anymore, he submits 3 more disputes and hopes that I'm going to get 3 strikes on my channel and be gone. This was an orchestrated attack against my channel.
Right. And the thing for me is, and I'm not trying to throw too much shade at Screenwave Media. Me personally, I've dealt with one MCN in my life. They treated me extremely poorly. And recently they dropped me. They dropped me because my contract was up and that they were, condensing down things.
Mhm.
But it's just like you said in your video. There's another 200, 300K YouTuber that goes to Screenwave Media events, and he gets bomb threats, gun threats, all sorts of threats. Yet they back him. They stand by him when he's actually getting legitimate physical threats.
Yeah,
Where
and that's one of those things
yeah.
like I didn't want to harp on that too much because the guy's a friend of mine and I don't want to throw him under the bus, and that's why I
Well,
didn't
no
really
one would
mention who
want
he
to.
was.
It's just,
Right.
bringing up factual evidence that, hey, why is it whenever this happens, there's a little bit of bias,
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, let's be honest. I know a lot of people saw my video and kind of saw that as like, well, are you stupid? Of course, it's about numbers. And yeah, I mean, when it comes to MCNs, like people who have bigger numbers, they're going to get special treatment.
Right.
It just seems really crummy that, okay, this guy gets tons of threats. He's gotten threats at events that the MCN runs, and they still keep him. And keep in mind, I'm not suggesting they drop him. I just think it's kind of like, okay, I get one threat. It's not even, there's no weight behind it. And I get dropped for that, but this guy gets threats all the time and he's still there. It doesn't really make sense.
Well,
And
yeah,
again, I don't want him dropped either. It's just kind of like, you can see it's a little bit uneven there.
right. You don't want your friend dropped. You don't want anyone to be dropped from the platform. You just want them to do right by you and stand up for you whenever something like this happens.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and instead of that happening, they tucked tail and dipped. They were like, okay, haha, we wiped our hands of this.
And it didn't even take them much time to do it. It was like a half an hour. They made this
Right.
decision. Like based on the time, because I mean, email's instant or whatever, but we don't see email instantly.
Right.
My guess is they were going through their emails. He sent the email. They were going through their emails. It took them about half an hour to get to his. And as soon as they saw it, they're like, oh shit, what do we do? Cut him from the network. Give him what he wants just so he'll leave us alone.
Right.
And I just think that that's like kind of fucked. I mean, at the very least, if that's the decision you're going to make, shoot me an email real quick. Hey, this is what's going on. We're going to have to let you go. And I can 100% guarantee you, if they had just sent me an email to let me know what the fuck was going on, that I was going to be dropped, I would not have been pissed. I never would have took this public. I never would have done those videos. I never would have went to Keemstar. None of that ever would have happened.
Right.
But they didn't notify me. And that's why I was upset.
Right. It's communication is a two-way street. When you're a business partner with someone or anything, you've got to communicate. And they didn't do that with you. They didn't even give you the benefit of the doubt,
And keep in mind, I'm not going to act like I'm blameless here. There's this whole thing about like, because they want to push this for whatever reason, this is why they kicked me. I don't think it's why they kicked me at all. But to be clear, they did say that they notified me multiple times to stop contacting him. I do want to clear up that
I was going to bring that up because I did read the message that that the manager sent you. And it did say that we had warned you about, continuing, but they never, you said that they never notified you that this could be a reason why you get removed from the network.
Right. And not even that, but they didn't notify me multiple times. They notified me once, and there was a stipulation for their notification. And that stipulation was they were actively looking at the disputes for me from Meme Troll.
Okay.
And me and Meme Troll were having some email conversations and some Twitter arguments and stuff. And so what they told me is, can you stop responding to him until we get these issues resolved? So I said, okay. A few days later, the issues were resolved. And keep in mind, right after the issues were resolved, I still didn't respond to him. My thing was, okay, he's doing the strikes on my channel or the disputes. I'll post about that whenever he does it on Twitter because he's saying he's not doing it, but I have proof that he is. So I'll post about that, but I wasn't doing any videos or anything. The only reason why I eventually did that live stream that's, a video on my channel is because he did a blog post on the Twin Galaxies forums that said a bunch of shit about me that wasn't true. And I was debunking everything he said because I had the evidence to defend myself. And I think I have a right to defend myself. If
Everyone does.
going to defame me,
Exactly.
So, but my point is, they're saying I didn't follow their directive, but based on the stipulation they gave. And keep in mind, maybe my manager didn't communicate what he was supposed to communicate. Maybe he was supposed to tell me to stop, period. But he didn't say that. He said stop until we fix these issues. And that's what I did.
Right.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's just a bunch of insane,
like, lack of communication.
Right, exactly. But there seems to be a little bit of a happy ending to this, because after you got dropped by Screenwave Media and you've dealt with all this crap, there's a little bit of a silver lining, because you got picked up by a different MCN and you got a better cut. You got a 90-10 split.
Yeah, because with Screenwave Media, I had a good contract with them. It was a 80-20 split, which is their standard contract that they offer everyone. So it's a pretty good cut. But I mean, we're talking 90-10. Not only that, but I was able to get top tier support from them. Some MCNs will offer different levels of support depending on the size of the channel. And they offered me their top tier support, this other network, which I'm not going to name for obvious reasons.
Yeah, you don't need him making them a target now either.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they offered me their top tier support that they only offer to bigger channels. So that's going to be a big plus too when I need it.
All right, man. Well, it sounds like, things got at least a little bit better. And it sounds like now, are you totally done with this? Are you wiping your hands of meme troll entirely, or what's the deal with that?
I mean, one thing I want to say, and people can say I'm being a little bit snarky right now, but I mean, at the end of the day, whether Meme Troll's intent was to do this or not, he helped me. So if you're watching this, Meme Troll, thank you. You got me a bigger cut and better support, whether that was into your intention or not. So I have to thank you at the very least for that.
Well,
in terms of like,
in the words of Jim Cornette, thank you, fuck you, bye.
Yeah, I love Jim Cornette, dude. That was a good line right there.
Love-hate relationship with the dude. He blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, you got blocked by Jim Cornette?
Yes. He got pissed off because I kept making Twitter videos at him.
Oh man, weak sauce. But yeah, I love his stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have any intentions to talk about it publicly anymore. I tweeted about it earlier because someone fed me information that shows that he has no intention of stopping. He still wants to keep flagging my channel. He still wants to keep, doing what he's doing. And that's fine. I'm just not going to address it publicly anymore. As far as I'm concerned, I did 2 videos showing his shady shit in relation to this situation. I did a previous video when he was making a bunch of claims about me that weren't true, and I debunked everything with evidence.
Yeah.
He's making new claims about me now, stating that I have a bunch of sock accounts that I use to harass people. I don't do that, but I can't possibly think of a way to debunk that one, but y'all just have to take my word for it, I guess, that's not something I do. But anyway, I've debunked most of the stuff that he said, and I've proved that he did the stuff to Screenwave that he's now saying he didn't do. So as far as I'm concerned, I did what I had to do, and I'm done. I have other content that I'm interested in covering, different topics I'm interested in covering, so I'm moving on. He can do whatever he's going to do, and I'm just not going to pay attention to it.
There you go. Well, hey, Shane Dawson, if you're looking for a real sociopath, go contact Meme Troll. Very good option for you right there. But I think that's going to about do it. Sorry. Kind of coughing up. It's getting a little toasty in this room, with all these lights on and stuff. But guys, if you guys want to check out Tipster, links will be down in the description. He streams 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yep. I'm doing a botchamania take right here. But the truth is great content creator. Community is absolutely amazing. I actually visited my first stream of yours last week. And whenever I went in there, everyone was friendly. Everyone was cool. I was in a stream with you just a few minutes ago, and everyone was nice. And also someone gifted me a sub. So very generous, kind people in those streams. So if you want to be a part of a great community, see some great content, watch some funny stuff happen with the Vape Nation and all that stuff, go check out Tipster's streams over on Twitch. And then also you can catch his news stories over on YouTube at youtube.com/Tipster Gaming, I believe it is, right?
Yeah, you got to have that C though, because it has a different
the
URL if you just do the other.
Well, I'll have all the links, the official links down in the description box below. Go give him a look and tell him that I sent you, because that way I feel nice and happy that people actually get something out of these videos. So
Absolutely.
all right, man. Well, thank you for coming by for this interview. I appreciate it. Guys, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you dislike it, go ahead and leave a dislike. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation down in the comment section down below. And as always, GamerJlee, Tipster, signing out. All right, man. That was good.
Cool. Thanks, man.